And a very good day. It is Sunday, July 13th, 2025, 4:04 p.m. Eastern Canadian time. And we have a severe thunderstorm happening here in Montreal, Canada. And it's been really interesting because we've had quite a few cells in the area, pretty large cells too, moving sort of in the northeast direction. And a lot of these are actually developing as we speak, so there's more cells that are probably going to be on the way here. And we are under an official severe thunderstorm warning. Just got off the bus here, thought it would take me to the metro, but kind of glad I got off here because I'm underneath this nice tent here. This is Place du Canada, and look at the rain coming down those spouts over there. You guys can see that. Mary Queen of the World Cathedral. But this is some intense, heavy rainfall after days of high humidity, a lot of moisture in the air, wanting to release, and here it is. Look at the wind patterns, look at the waves. And we may be getting something interesting now here. I would love to see some kind of microburst or something right now just come right at me here under this tent. That would be quite the video. It may happen, but who knows. But definitely we're under a severe thunderstorm right now. Lots of rain, as you can see here. So I'll stop yapping and let you enjoy the natural sounds. Nature at its finest. And by the way, this is facing north, just in case anyone's wondering. Yeah, this is a large cell. Usually when we have severe thunderstorm, it doesn't last this long. This has been going on for about 20-30 minutes now. What I think it is it's multiple cells, multiple storm cells packed together. I was checking out the radar earlier, just before I got off the bus here, and yeah, we're surrounded by intense storm cells. Once the storm starts dying off or it starts to dissipate, try to get some video of probably a bit of flooding going on around us here. As you can imagine, the sewer system, storm drains, probably overwhelmed right now with all this rain. But no sign of it stopping anytime soon. I don't know if you guys can see those lightning strikes, lightning flashes rather. I haven't seen a storm like this in probably the last 3 to 5 years. This much precipitation combined with lightning all in one. Seen some pretty good lightning storms, as you can probably see from my channel on the storm or extreme weather playlist, thunderstorm playlist. Seen some pretty cool rainstorms, but never ones that are this long, this intense. Let's keep enjoying the show here. Alright, so it is now 4:14 p.m. Eastern Canadian Time, Sunday, July 13th, 2025. Nice thunder roar. And the cell, I just checked the radar, that's why I paused the video briefly. According to the radar, this cell is continuing to grow. I've seen it sort of on a time lapse, and it continues to grow. So that's why it's taking so long to dissipate. Which is pretty unusual because these cells usually pass through quite quickly. But this one's growing as it passes through, taking more moisture up and then releasing it down. So we're gonna have some pretty decent flooding here. Like I said, I'm gonna check after I film here, and I'll make a video of the aftermath of this. So what I'll do, I'll pause the video for now, and if it gets much more intense or something really interesting happens, like wind gusts, then I'll resume filming. But the next section of the video is going to be when the storm cell is starting to die off, and we'll walk around, see if we can see any localized flooding, water pooling happening. So we'll resume the video when this decides to dissipate, whenever that will be. Right, so I resumed filming because it looks like we're getting more frequent lightning now, and it's 4:20 p.m. So because of that, I'm going to resume filming here, because it looks like we're getting large increase in the amount of lightning happening now. There's about 4 or 5 decent lightning strikes since I paused the video. And you can see in the distance this low cloud, that's called scud apparently. So I learned that from a couple of fellow YouTubers that are into weather. So it looks like we're slowly approaching the edge of the storm cell, which could explain the increase in lightning activity. Sometimes around the edges, that's where you get increased lightning activity. Now there's probably going to be more cells traveling through the area throughout the afternoon and evening here, so try to get one lightning strike here on camera, and then like I said, we'll check out the aftermath of all this, see what's happening. There we go. I don't know if you guys saw that, but nice little lightning strike. Rather a flash. Can't really see the strikes. They're probably within the clouds or within the probably the general area, but not close enough to actually see. Alright guys, I'll resume recording like I said once we're able to venture out and see if we can see any flooding. Alright, so the storm is finally dissipated and we're going to go wander around here, see what we can see. And yeah, we're 4:31 p.m. Eastern Canadian time. And this is Place du Canada, and here we are at the downtown core of Montreal. So the system was basically moving this way, the cells were moving this way. You can kind of see the clouds, the direction which they're moving in. We were here under this shelter. I was taking shelter here, so that's where we were able to enjoy a lot of the action. So what we'll do, we'll venture this way towards the south, because this is a hill here and we may see some localized flooding in the bottom of this hill here. I'm not completely sure, but we'll check it out. Either way, we'll have a nice little video here, a little walking video with some wet ground, and vegetation is probably happy right now. They got a nice little drink. Now, according to Relo Buff, a fellow YouTuber, lives in the Plateau region, Plateau Montreal, the Montreal district. He said manhole covers were shaking, and I said to him, go out and film it. I would have loved to get that on camera, but he didn't want to do it, which is fine. But I remember about a year ago, actually right down the street from here on René Lévesque, down that way, we did have an intense rainstorm like this, and the manhole covers were shaking, and I filmed a video thinking it was going to blow off. I ran right towards it, obviously with a bit of caution, and sure enough, it was shaking quite a bit, but it didn't end up blowing off. And I didn't see anything like that here. Didn't see anything like that around here today. Look at all that erosion here from the rain. It's amazing how water always finds its own path in nature. Well, still got some lightning in the area. So as I was saying earlier in the video, we probably will see some more storm activity throughout the evening. I don't think it's over yet. And there you can see all that water going downhill. So again, I don't see any evidence of localized flooding anywhere, or sewers that backed up. I think all this mud here is from this area here, probably overflowed onto the street. There's the view facing east. So here we have a sewer that is blocked up, as you can see. So it looks like the sewer system probably is emptying itself out right now, and slowly getting back to a bit of capacity. But Montreal is notorious for sewers overflowing because the way it's designed, the sewer system, it's so old that it can't keep up with all the rainflow. Now I know they've tried over the years, they've done different projects actually where they've increased the capacity of these big, I guess you can call them reservoirs, that store the rainwater so it doesn't flow above ground. It stays in these reservoirs, but even those have a limit to their capacity. So, you know, as climate change continues and we get more intense storms, more intense rainfall, it's only going to get worse, these kind of events, you know. So it looks like most of the sewers have held up quite well here. Again, I wasn't around here during the peak of the storm. I was underneath that tent structure. But I could tell you, when I was on the bus coming from Verdun, the sky was the darkest I've ever seen it, probably within the last few years. I mean, it was just, you could tell there was so much precipitation in those clouds. And we'll check the radar later, but I think we're going to get more storms or cells probably within the next few hours or so. There's 2019 Novabus hybrid LFS. That's the 777 route going to the casino and Jean Drapeau metro station. My plan today was to take a REM shuttle bus. I may still do that because I'm in the vicinity of where the REM shuttle buses are. But probably wrap up the video now. And if there's any more storms tonight, I'll make a video of that. I could tell you right now, I prefer this happening at nighttime because you can see the lightning much more through the clouds, and obviously when it's darker, puts on a better show. But yeah, that was a decent thunderstorm. I was hoping we'd get more wind, more intense lightning, but it was pretty decent. I was satisfied with that. So there you go, guys. So thanks for watching. And again, I do have a playlist of weather. I think I have one of thunderstorms and I have one of snowstorms. I'm debating if I should merge them together, but I think I'll keep them separate. But I'll put a link to both of them on my video description. So more videos to come, guys. Thanks for watching.